Hi guys, Josiane here. Welcome to my channel. Today we are in Messina, Italy. We'll be going to Taormina and Castelmola. In Taormina, we will see some church and learn about the history of Taormina. Then after that, we'll be visiting the archaeological site of Taormina. That was pretty beautiful as interesting. You don't want to miss that. And after that, we go to the small town of Castelmola, beautiful and quaint, with its own church and restaurant. It's very beautiful. And after that, we have lunch in Castelmola. So let's go check it out. Let's get started.
Right, you will see the university, and on your left, you will see the courtyard. Now, at the next traffic light, we will turn right, and I'll show you the outside of the cathedral in a couple of minutes.
This big building you have on your left, it's the city hall of the city, and in the facade you will recognize the flags. The first flag we have over there is the flag of Taormina, half blue, half white, with the centauressa in the middle. Then we have the European one, that I guess you know, the Italian one, that I guess you know, and this one we have here is the flag of Sicily. You know, so two colors, yellow and red. And in the middle we have the symbol. I'll show you the symbol. Andiamo. And then there's a pillar. Qué bonita es, ¿no ves? Aquí que forma tiene Cecilia, por favor. Muchas gracias, número 3. Muchas gracias.
¿Qué forma tiene? La forma de un sería. Nosotros estamos sobre la carpeta de la parte de los
I'm sure I said it. So this by the devastation. No. Everything was better. Okay, stop here instead. Ah, fotografa. Okay, here we are. This is all here, right? I hope. Okay, so the tower we crossed right now is called Torre di Mezzo. Torre di Mezzo in Italian means middle tower. It's because we are precisely in the middle between Porta Catania on one side and Porta Messina in the other side. So we're in the middle of the main street right now. This tower was built during the 16th century, and inside we have a bell that rings only to occasion. When the major is elected, and the day of the patron saint, this is the 6th of July. The mosaic you've seen inside, it's a copy of an original one we have in Messina, in our museum. The original one dates back 13th century, and it's called Madonna della Ciambretta. This is a copy that we took from the city, gave to Taormina during the year 1942. So it's just a copy, it's not the original. But it has this the square we see right now is called Piazza 9 Aprile. 9 Aprile means 9th of April. Why we call this square a day? Because the 9th of April of 1860, some rumor said that Garibaldi was arriving here to Taormina to unify Italy. So locals came here because they wanted to be part of the revolution, so they came here to wait for Garibaldi. But they had to wait 1 year and 1 month because Garibaldi arrived, but he arrived on May of 1861. So even if the 9th of April of 1860 was not the day, the most important day, for people from Taormina it was important. So they decided to give to this square this name because they felt part of the revolution. Here we have two different churches. The one we have on that side is dedicated to Saint Joseph, San Giuseppe, and the souls of the Purgatory. Purgatory. Okay. In Italian it's Purgatorio. Purgatorio. And it's for this reason that you will see symbols of death in the facade of this church. Usually you don't have skulls in the churches. It's because they want to underline that church is the last place in which you go when you are dead in this life. And then it's the first place in which you start your new life, okay? So for this reason, you can see symbols of that on the facade. Taormina is a very romantic city. It's very common to see couples getting married here in Taormina. And this is the church that they really love. Imagine the church with the flowers on the steps, with the car parked there with all the flowers, and the couples come from the tower taking pictures. It's very, very romantic. And during summer, it's very common to see couples getting married here. So maybe today you can see one, or maybe two. We don't know. In the other side, we have another church, but it's not a church anymore. It's the library of the city, and it was a church dedicated to St. Augustine. When it opens, I think it will open at 10. Inside, we usually have exhibitions of local artists, and it's free. So if you want to have a look, you can. Next door, when we have a gate, a grey gate with steps going down. That's the public toilet, public restrooms. So if you need, you can go there. They will charge you €1 each to go to the toilet. Okay? If you don't want to go to bars, you can go there. Now, okay, do you free time remember Roberto? With a cannoli. Please come here to Roberto, he will be very happy to welcome you. The secret for a very good cannoli is to be filled at the moment. So if you see cannoli ready done in the windows, it's not a good idea. If you come here to Roberto, you will ask for a cannoli, you will see how he fills the cannoli in 1 second. It's very fast. And then you can enjoy. Because if you find the cannoli in the windows, it's not so crunchy as it should be. So, no. If you see them in the windows, it's not a good idea. And here they have the real price. So, with this, we go, yeah, €3. We go sure that it's the best place. Okay, thank you Roberto for your kindness.
È di Messina. Come si chiama il tuo amico?
Tony. Di Stefano Medico. Lo conosce?
Bisognava mettere i conti. Quali
If you have seen in the windows, we have some shops in which they sell a perfume that is called Acqua di Taormina or Aria di Taormina. They invented a perfume, so the idea is that when you go back home and you put your perfume, you can smell Taormina. Of course, it doesn't smell like cannoli or arancino, right? It smells like flowers, lemons, oranges, and so it depends. And if you want to smell and my friend Georgia, if you want, is ready for you. If you want to smell a perfume, it's called Acqua di Taormina.
Another church?
Another church, yes. The last one. The last one we see together. We have more.
Come fare a semideserto?
So far, so good, guys? Everything is okay?
We're moving here.
Why not? Beautiful. You have a good English. You can work in a bank. Otherwise, you know, hands up. Why not? Right? So you can start to do. Then you will learn step by step. Yeah, this one is. Okay, guys. So another church. This church we have this in front of us is dedicated to Saint Catherine of Alexandria. I don't know if you know her story. I'm telling you. So she was Catholic and she was born in a Muslim village. She was Catholic. And they tried to have to change religion, but she always said no. So they decided to martyrize her, putting her on a wheel. I'm waiting for that. Yes, they had different kinds of ways of killing people.
Yeah.
And this church was made during the beginning of the 18th century. And if you have a look at the top, you will see the statue representing Saint Catherine. She is the patron saint of the students. So she has one book in one hand, and in the other hand, she has a sword. And if you look carefully under the sword, you will see a head. Can you see the head?
Yeah.
It's a head of a Muslim. It's to show you that before being killed, she killed Muslims, guys. So it's always the same story. What goes around comes around. We already know, right? Okay. If you want to visit the inside, feel free to do it because they don't charge you. Once inside, on your right, on the floor, you will find some rests of an old temple we had here instead of the church during the Roman period that was dedicated to Aphrodite. So when we became Catholics, all the temples were substituted by churches. But here we have some rest. At the back of the church, if you want to have a look, just round the corner, we have a small Roman theater that we call Odeon. I will tell you why we have a small Roman theater here when we are in the big one. Now have a look to this building we have on our right or left, it depends. Right, maybe, yes. This building is called Palazzo Corbaia. Corbaia is the last name of a family who bought it at the end of, after the World War II. This building, we remember this building for two reasons. First of all, because it was built in 3 different times. The original part is the middle one, the one with the stones on the outside, that was built during the Arab period. I'm talking about the 10th century. Then, when Normans arrived, 11th century, they added this part we have just in front of us. And then when Spanish came, during the 16th century, they added the back part. You can clearly recognize the 3 blocks because they have totally different style. So with your eyes, you can realize which block is from which part of our ages. Inside of this building, during the year 1410, we had a summit of the Sicilian Parliament. We were not independent, but we had our own parliament in the times. And I explain you the situation. We had a king that was called Martin the Younger. He suddenly died. He had no sons, no daughters, no sisters, no brothers. So we should decide our next king. So the summit here inside decided that the next king should be Martin the Younger's father, who was Martin the Older. And for the first time in our history, a father succeeded a son. Usually it's the way around. You first have the father and then you have the son. But here in Sicily, we like to make things in a different way. Okay? So if you have a look just in front of you over there, it's covered by a small track, but now we go up and you will see there is the other gate that is called Porta Messina. It means that the main street will finish over there. Of course, you can go and have a look there, but remember, our parking lot is in the other side. Why I want to be so precise? Because we have another one in this side. And sometimes people wait for me in Porta Messina, but I'm waiting for them on the other side. Okay, so remember. Now we go up to visit the big theater that is at the end of the street that goes up. And you go down, and you will see the big building. And then
Oh, I thought that's what she said.
so now we go up and visit the big theater. We will stop in front of the entrance. I will buy your tickets, and then we will go inside.
They were up now. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No. They were up by 9 and like.
Wait, were you watching it?
Here just stop for a moment because I want to show you something. Ciao Franco, buongiorno, come stai? Okay guys, come closer. So I don't know if you have noticed that in the windows or in the balconies in Taormina, we have a lot of hats. Have you seen them? Okay. So why we have all these hats? It's because of a story that I want you to know today. It's a love story between a boy and a girl. The boy was Arab, the girl was Sicilian. They met here during the Arab domination and they fell in love. But he, that boy, forgot to tell her that he had family at home. Because family is something that you can forget. Why not? Sometimes you don't think about it and then you forget that you have a family. When she realized that he was a liar, she said, I have a plan for you. I will cut your head. I will empty it, and instead of your brain, I will put a plant of basil. Oh. And it was what she did. And then she put the head with the basil inside on the balcony to show people how beautiful it was, because actually it was very beautiful. Then all the neighbors started to be envious. They wanted the same hat. But they couldn't kill all the Arabs we had here around. So they started to make hats made of ceramic. And then during the centuries, they started to make both hats, telling people this funny story of love. Because it's a story of love, okay? So guys, well, it's a part of a kind of love. So guys, be very careful. If you meet a Sicilian girl in your life, and I know that here we have somebody, be very careful, okay? We can cut heads. So don't be liars. Tell always the truth. We will forgive you.
We can come here.
I'll tell you. Come closer because I want to show you the symbol of Sicily. We didn't see it very well in the middle of the text, so here we have one in the wall. Do you remember Sicily? It's like a triangle, and each leg represents one extremity of the triangle. And then in the middle we have the face of Medusa, and you know why, because he was carrying, okay? Talking about this cyclops, yeah, the one with one eye. It's another legend we have here that was even in the Homer Odyssey. And Ulysses met here in Sicily as the Cyclops that was called Il Ciclope in Italian. And they fought because the Cyclops wanted to eat Ulysses. And they first made him drinking wine, so he was drunk. And then with an arbor, maybe a tree, it was a tree, they gave a punch in the eye he had. Then he fell asleep, and they escaped. When he woke up, he said he met nobody, because Ulysses didn't say his name. He said, I'm nobody. So he was saying, who made it to you, to the giant? And he said, nobody. So nobody is nobody. So Ulysses was very smart. To escape, he invented this guy. And this happened in a place near here that is called Aci Trezza, which is in the province of Catania. And it's the place in which we have a very big stone on the sea. And they say it was the stone that Ulysses used to go against the Cyclops. Wow. So this is the story of the Cyclops with one eye. Okay, now we are ready to go up. Please follow me, get ready with your ticket. Okay, guys, go this way and scan your tickets, and then when you hear the beep beep, press the bar. Press the bar. No, put it through it. Are you coming in? Yes, of course.
Let's be back again.
That's one I know is a street. Oh gosh.
I think this is kind of like nothing compared to
Oh no, that's better, but yeah.
it's what because that one was on it was oh, there's so much.
Popola! Quanti scenatoni?
I think that was, and the video was here in front of us. So now we walk together to the main square. And then so now we kind of one. Little house reminds me of Mykonos and Santorini. Oh yeah, that's similar. Yeah.
I think this is kind of like nothing compared to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Because that one is on.
Yeah.
It's what.
Yeah. This blue and white is typical of the
yes.
Mediterranean
Yeah.
area.
No.
This way to touch. Are you with me? Okay. Buongiorno.
Oh my God. I hope we don't get lost with this. Yeah.
Yeah. You want this one road. With more street.
Somewhere in Turkey, it's just we couldn't find our way back with this thing. Going in, isn't it?
Perché cazzo di Dio? Perché tu sei rimasta incinta, hai fatto il entro, non abbiamo fatto niente. C'è stato il coppio, lavoro come il pazzo. Ho avuto un incidente. E ho avuto. Sì, no. Sì, perché l'ho speso.
Oh, it's pretty flavorful.
Because they see it locally, like we're not interested.
What is that anyway?
I said what it is. So what is this?
Maybe the lady's nose.
This is that. Like looking at it, I'm like $6, $5. She said no more than $3.
This is this lovely restaurant. This is this lovely restaurant we eat at just for lunch before we return to the ship. Just the people on the group who enjoy it. We have cannoli. We have pasta. Hi guys, Josiane here. I had an amazing time in Taormina and Castelmola. Wasn't it beautiful? If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.